Good morning, Izette from Zetster's Lab. It's a beautiful day, but let me tell you, I didn't feel like that a couple of hours ago. Today is not about making a dress. I've got another message, but I'm going to start with this. Remember this dress I made a couple of weeks ago? It's just a square that you just put this in and voila. And then when I went to the Mama Clover Africa Smarties Week, I found this beautiful dress that I bought, remember? I told you the one fit all. And how beautiful that was. But look, it is huge. You need 4 meters of material. And as soon as I got it, I thought, I need to make myself another one. I love creating. But the thing is, I'm not going to buy material because I really don't need another dress. And remember the packet of this huge black bag full of materials I got a while back? Well, I went through them and I found this. I mean, there is no way that I will ever buy this for myself. I mean, it's this creamy thing with beautiful flowers on. I mean, really. But you know, I like my colors and whatever. But I found this, so I said, well, this is nearly wide enough. Not perfect, but I mean, this one is just this wide and it looks beautiful. So I'll be able to do this. Look how wide this one is. So, but then it's going to be a little short. It's going to be as short as this one. I mean, it's not going. It's going to be. Look at my slit. It's going to be that much shorter than when you make a long one. So then I found this material. Once again, not something that I'll buy, but beautiful. And when I threw this together, I thought, you know what? It doesn't go, but that's why perhaps it's going to go together. I also found this very silky thing, and I thought if I make the ties with this, but I don't think this is going to work for me. This is too dull. Look, I've only found this little piece of green. Can you imagine if I put that green thick like these? If I make some of them, buy a piece of green, and then I use that with this dress. Perhaps I can even put a piece of green on the bottom. I don't know. But then I thought, what if I put a piece of this at the bottom and I make the ties, thick ones, with this? I mean, I don't know. The little flower in this is the same green, brown green. Perhaps it's going to work. Why not? So once again, my lesson of today is use what you have. Take what you have and create your own beautiful life. We all have been provided different things for. Not one of us are the same and got the same stuff, but we all have been provided with so much if we just go and look. So I'm listening to Beth Hart there at the back. As I said, I didn't feel very well this morning when I got up. Our son left for Cape Town, and all of a sudden it's just hubby and me, and we're without a car because remember, we gave our second car to Toy, the son that's now left for Cape Town, when we were supposed to go to New Zealand. And we've been struggling, Herman's been struggling to fix the other car, our Pajero, our 4x4 for months now, and he's now even making a part. I mean, it's crazy. And now we're once again left without a car. So my first reaction was, oh well, we're gonna rent one again. You know, we've got money in the bank, so we can rent one. And then this morning when I asked, listen, what about the car? I need to go to the dentist tomorrow, and the food's a little bit, I need to go to the shops. He said, no, he's not going to rent a car. It's too expensive, much, much, much too expensive. We need to make do. Oh, you know, and something in me just rose up, and I was not impressed with this. It was so nice renting a car. And I mean, I'm used to having a car. It's South Africa. This is not a place where you can really do public transport. It's crazy. Even our Ubers are really, really something, you know. I mean, they've got all the rules of how an Uber is supposed to look and be, and not in Africa. No, our Ubers is, you don't really know if you're going to get there. Very nice guys driving them and everything. So Herman said, we're gonna use Uber until you fix the car. And I need to ask my dear friend, my neighbor across the road, when she goes up to the shops, just ask her to tell you, and then you just go with. I didn't want to do it. I was really upset. I was throwing a little tantrum. And you know what he said? He said, that's your ego talking. And you know what? Yes, he was correct. You're right, Herman. You are right. My ego doesn't want to do this. My ego doesn't want to struggle without a car. It doesn't want to ask my wonderful friend over the road to go with. My pride and my ego was just rising up. And guess what? I'm the one who always preaches. You know, everything is for your good. Everything shows you what's in your heart. So yes, tomorrow, this morning, this car situation showed me that there was still very, very much of my ego left. I always say your enemies can be found where? In you. I mean, the life, abundant life is in me. It's who I really am, the unconditional spirit of love and unconditional love, all-consuming power, whatever. That's my true self. But then fighting with this abundant, everlasting life is my ego. It's Izette, who always wants things to go her way. I want to rent a car. It's nice renting a car, a brand new one. And, or in any case, have our 4x4. I love him too. Noddy, we call it. And now we've got nothing. And now I need to make peace with that. And I need to see through this situation what is still left in me. Because I still want things to go my way. This is exactly what we need to go through to show us, for me, what's in me. So yes, my ego is still very much alive. And I sit here and I'm actually a little bit embarrassed. But you know, it's very easy to preach, but practice what you preach, and really growing to that point where you know, I've got peace and joy in the midst of anything. It's hard. I read the other day something that says, the life in you is the way, the truth, and the light. And when I myself no longer lives, Izette no longer lives, the life is now living its way through me. So Izette doesn't have a way. I don't know which way my life is growing towards, or what's going to happen in this realm. Let's say that. I have no idea what's coming next. I don't know what's going to happen in this realm. I have no way. I mean, really, I have absolutely no idea what's coming next. We're in this worldwide pandemic. They say wave 3 is coming in South Africa, whatever that means. You cannot believe anything anybody is saying worldwide. So once again, you only have the life in you to lead and guide you and provide for you minute by minute. I know that. But there's just this thing with not having a car showed me is Eddie still alive, and she just still have a way. Because whenever you're in a tough situation, yes, this is a tough situation for me, your enemies, or what those things that's still fighting against the life in you, and that's what the whole Bible is about, the whole Bible, it's all about the fight between the life in us and our egos, what we have become in this world. In this realm, I'm manifesting as Z. So yes, the fight is always between the abundant life in me, that's unconditional love, against Z, the enemy, that always wants things to go her way. So yes, I'm sitting here and I can just confess that I'm still struggling with things like everybody else. But the thing is, I know I have grown. This is the good news. I've grown to know who my enemy is. When Herman said, "Oh, it's your pride this morning," I knew, yes, you are right. You are really, really correct. My pride and my ego was rising up, and that is my enemy. It's not him, or not having a car, or the pandemic, or whatever, or people, or situations. It's this situation that I find myself in. It's nobody's fault. It's not good, it's not bad. Remember, we don't judge. Do not judge, because then you will lose the life. And so this situation of not having a car at this stage is just what it is. Not good, not bad. And how do I react to it? And I did not react with having peace and joy and contentment in the moment. I reacted with anger, self-pity, anger towards the situation. And why? Because this situation is not turning out as I wanted to turn out, and that's the problem. As soon as we judge every situation, look, really just start to look at your reaction towards situations and people and stuff. What is manifesting? What is your reaction telling you about you? What is still alive? What is still kicking and fighting against the life in you who is the way? Your life is unfolding perfectly. Everything is perfect. You know, we all believe, as we say, but then we all believe that God is in control and everything is fine and unfolding perfectly. But as soon as something is not turning out as we believe it should, we start fighting, praying, fasting, angry to get our situation to turn out as we want. Instead of just sit back, observe, and realize all is well. You see? And what do you say about my earrings? I went to the shops the other day with my son's car, and I was buying him a couple of things. I gave him some paintings, and I got some frames, so I went and buy another frame, and then I went into the shop, and there was this beautiful bedding, and I thought, yeah, he needs that, so I bought that too for him. And when I moved out, I ripped off my mask. Yes, I couldn't breathe, and guess what? It ripped out my gold earring, and gone was the little butterfly at the back. I was searching, everybody was walking past. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? I said, my butterfly. And the car guard was coming, and we all were watching, looking and looking and looking, and nothing happened. And I'll tell you this now. A very funny story with looky. It's so hot here. I'm sweating again. So yes, now my I cannot wear my earring because now I need my gold that I always wear, because I'm allergic to anything else than gold. I'm already itching. So when I thought, okay, I'm going to make a video, let me make myself pretty, I put on some lipstick, and then I saw these, and I thought, oh, isn't it beautiful? So now I am really going to search for things, these little things to go in my ear that's non-allergic, so that I can wear these things. Oh, I love these things, but I never ever wear them because I'm allergic. Let me quickly tell you the story about Looky. We were walking in Thailand, hubby and I was busy in these little shoppies looking for a bikini or a costume or whatever, and he was like my bodyguard standing in front. He hates little stalls. So I was shopping and into every stall and looking. The next minute, out of my eye, I saw him come running towards me. And I said, what's up? And he was screaming, let's go. We got to get out of here now. I said, what's happening? What's going on? He said, there were women there. There were two women. They were trying to get me into the parlor, the massage parlor. And as they were coming towards me, the one was just doing this and saying, looking, lifting up her topless and just looky. I mean, I've never seen my husband like that. It was so funny. I will never ever forget that. His face, he grabbed me by the arm. After looky, he got the fright of his life. So we just left. So yes, so today's lesson is just, I don't know what today's lesson is, but use what you have in your life, create a beautiful life. So yes, you always have what you need. I got my friend over the road. I've got other friends that I can phone to take me to the shops. We've got an Uber that can take us to the dentist, and all my needs are met. It's just not met how I wanted to be met, my way. So once again, I acknowledge that. I say, oh, yes, that is my enemy. Sorry. I turned towards the life and I said, life, Father, I was my spiritual father. I submit to you. I surrender. Sorry, I surrender this ego once again. I look my enemy in the eye and I say, get away from me. Because the life in me is unconditional love. I am unconditional love. And my life is unfolding perfectly. All is well. So have a fantastic day, Z from Zster's Lab. I'll take pictures whenever, if I'm going to make this. And I'll show you. The link will be in the bottom. If I make them. Have a wonderful day. And remember, the life in me is the life in you. And our life is unfolding perfectly, whether I have a car or not. Whatever is happening, worldwide pandemic, whatever, fear not. The life in us, abundant, unconditional love, is all over the place, is in everybody else. And even though we don't understand, all is well. is well with my soul after I've looked my enemies in the eye and just said, get behind me, Satan. The life in me is in control. Got this. It, whatever the life is, my spiritual father, my life, my source, is in me, is me. Eternal life is in me. My enemies is defeated. I don't have enemies. Isn't it awesome? We don't have enemies. People are not our enemies. Flesh and blood is not. The only enemy we have is our ego with all its wants. Wanting things to turn out is its way. It's never gonna happen. So either I submit to the life in me who makes me one with my Father, my source, with everybody else, or I side with my ego and we fight the life in us and in everybody else. And that's where everything in this realm comes from, because every single one wants things to turn out his or her way, and we blame everybody and everything else because he doesn't, and then hate, racism, whatever rises up, war, just because things doesn't turn out our way. But we are here in this realm for one thing, and that is to wake up to who we really are. One spirit, one life, one abundance, everlasting life. And you can take everything, like I'm now with the no car situation, and use it for my good when I start to look my enemies in the eye and realize what's happening. So yes, for my good is this morning, I was evolving, growing, call it what you may, because I realized what was actually going on. And I could deal with it. I could submit to the life in me. I could reject the ego. And now my joy, peace and joy is back. I did my little yoga exercises because my neck is very sore. I worked in the garden yesterday and I was sewing and cutting and planting and taking out a bougainvillea. So I'm stiff from head to toe. So I had to stretch a little bit. So I'm playing my music.